Ulgo's forces are advancing, Lieutenant. You will hold that outpost, no excuses. Crescent out. A Jedi. Thank every star in the sky. Major Crescent, 1st Organa Regiment. I'm in charge of holding this area against the usurper who calls himself King Ulgo.
I'll do whatever I can to aid House Organa's cause.
Good. I'm in desperate need of your assistance. All my forces are committed to holding back Ulgo's army, but an important mission has just come up. I need volunteers to invade an enemy stronghold and rescue one of my people.
I can't help unless you tell me everything, Major.
It's my daughter, Andra. She's been captured. Against my express wishes, she infiltrated the Ulgos posing as a lowly servant girl. She thinks she's some kind of hero. A reckless little fool.
Your daughter is a very brave young woman.
Brave? It's lunacy. She has no training. That's why she got caught. 2 days ago, Andra transmitted an emergency alert. Ulgo jammed the frequency before she could reveal any information. I feared the worst, until my scouts picked up a distress call earlier today. It's a signal from Andra. She's alive.
The Force is with her, and now so am I.
You don't know what that means to me, Master Jedi. I've already lost Andra's mother and brothers to this war. If you save her, this recklessness must end. She won't listen to me, but you might convince her to abandon her foolishness. I'll reward you for that favor.
One mission objective at a time, Major.
Yes, of course. Andra's signal came from the estate of House Rist, not far from here. That filth Ulgo must have turned my daughter over to the Rist assassins for torture.
Are Rist and Ulgo allies?
They support Ulgo's claim to the throne. In return, he pays them to do his dirty work. Assassinations, torture, sabotage. Please get Andra away from those filthy killers. Good luck.
Some exercise. Clearly you haven't heard of us. For some exercise. That's quite enough of that. heard of us.
Jedi! Thank goodness. I thought they were going to kill me. House Tyrrell sent you, didn't they? They called about an alliance. I was riding to meet them and... well, thank goodness you're here.
Do you know what reason Rist had for kidnapping you?
No idea. Maybe something to do with the alliance? I was going to meet with House Tyrrell to discuss the marriage alliance, when these assassins swooped in and knocked me off my Thranta. I woke up here. But were they trying to prevent the alliance? Who would want to do that?
Without the marriage alliance, I can't get to the summit. Maybe someone doesn't want me to go.
Who would care if you went to the summit? Though now that you mention it, as I lost consciousness, they were talking about Master Sidoni. But how could she be involved? It has to be a frame job. It must be.
I believe Master Sidoni is very ill, but if I can get to the summit, I hope to help her.
I just want to trust Master Sidoni. I'm sorry. My head. I still get these pains from the fall. I can't leave here until I know if Master Sidoni was involved. The kidnappers used to go into the other room to contact their employer. I'm sure we'll find a comm device there. We just need to see who they've been calling.
Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. Day.
I told you, I can't. Oh, Jedi, I appreciate your desire to help, and I will be sure to praise your zeal to Master Yuan. But I am extremely busy right now. I can't afford interruptions.
Why is your hollow frequency in House Rist's computer?
I would assume it's because Rist was invited to the summit. Now, if you'll excuse me, Jedi, I have very important work to do.
Wait, Master Sidoni! I don't understand. What was her frequency doing here?
I assure you, Master Sidoni's not herself.
Should she be leading the summit, then? She could do something terrible. Please, I need to get out of this place. My head is killing me, and I keep looking over my shoulder expecting more assassins. I'll see that the Organa-Tyrrell alliance is finalized, and that you get to the summit.
Your day. Let's settle this.
That's far enough. One more step and the girl dies.
Oh, you're in trouble now. Told you I had powerful friends. The Jedi Council and I go way back. Nice to see you, Padawan.
Are you doing all right?
I could use a bath, but otherwise I'm great. You?
I don't care who you are. You invaded the sovereign territory of House Rist and murdered its people.
Release your captive, and you can live.
I don't bargain with scum.
Congratulations, idiot. You're about to die.
Not before I end your life. Guards!
Clearly you haven't heard of us.
Sorry about all the nonsense before. I had to keep that flunky off guard. Nice bit of rescuing, by the way.
That flunky almost killed you.
Please, I had everything under control. Glad to see Father got my signal. Escaping by myself would have been a bother.
You gave your father quite a scare.
Not the first time. Won't be the last. Can't be helped. Here, take this. Give it to my father immediately. No time to explain. He'll understand. I'll find my own way out. My cover with Olgo may be blown, but I can still be useful inside House Thule.
Next time, try not to get captured.
I'd better go. That chaos cause won't cover my escape forever.
May the Force be with you, Andra Crescent.
Likewise, Master Jedi. Thanks again for the assist. Get that data to my father on the double. Lives are at stake.
I see you made it back. Andra sent me a disheartening communication. Some nonsense about spying on House Thule. Stubborn girl escapes one disaster and rushes off to another.
Your daughter is brave and strong. Give her some credit.
I don't want her brave and strong. I want her safe and secure. Andra mentioned she gave you a data pad. Said it was important. Let me have a look. I recognize these coordinates. And that date. Blast, Olgo. How is he always a step ahead of us?
What's the situation?
Unless you help me, House Organa's mission here is doomed. Listen carefully. An armored column is coming to reinforce our position. King Ulgo has learned of our plans. He hired saboteurs to destroy the armored column before it arrives.
Tell your armored column to turn back.
I can't. They're moving through enemy territory on calm silence. By the time I can reach them, it will be too late. The Risk saboteurs set up camp in some nearby caverns next to a bridge. They'll demolish the bridge as the armored column crosses it. We'll lose everything unless you destroy the saboteur camp immediately.
I like a straightforward goal, and this is as straightforward as they come.
Not entirely. If the saboteurs can't reach the bridge, they won't hesitate to use their explosives on you. Be ready.
I don't understand. Why would you want to risk it?
Lord Terrell, without risk, there can be no glory. The only way to avoid risk is to avoid war. But that's not very effective or fun, is it?
No, I suppose it isn't. Ah, Jedi, welcome back. General Vox and I were just discussing strategy. We haven't stood this proud since our house was young and building its first alliance with House Pantir. Thank you, Jedi.
It was your plan. I merely executed.
But we couldn't have done any of it without you. Lou Organa and my daughter Fasha are getting acquainted as we speak. I spoke with the rest of House Terrell, and the decision was unanimous. You are our new delegate. Congratulations.
Now I need to get to the summit and find Master Sidoni.
I have the packet the last delegate was supposed to use, but I don't understand its contents. Some coordinates and a data spike. It appears that you need to go to those coordinates and do something with the data spike?
Excuse me then. I must get to the summit right away.
Just one moment, Jedi, if I may. We would like to ask one last thing. There will never be peace for House Terral as long as House Ulgo exists. If you're able to use your influence as a Jedi to convince the summit to strip House Ulgo, ensure they never hold a title again, we'd show our gratitude.
I don't want to do anything that will destabilize the peace.
Please, Jedi. House Terral has security now, but we still require justice. Good luck at the summit. I hope you find Master Sidoni well, and that all goes smoothly.
That's quite enough of that. That's quite enough of that. Allow us. All fixed. That's quite enough of that.
You saved House Organa's mission here. If I had a medal, I'd pin it right on you.
It's enough to know I protected House Organa from harm.
You honor us, Master Jedi, and we won't forget it. One thing's certain, we can't afford another incident like this. It's time to implement new security protocols. If only Andra were here. Thank you again for all you've done. Goodbye.
Manchi doti puna puna, kabuk nunis nemo.
I'm House Terrell's official delegate. I have authorization.
Wonki atacha kapa tonka, jisa picha.
Let's settle this.
So here it is, laid bare before you. The irrefutable evidence. House Ald has been conspiring against House Organa for years, preying on their good trust. House Thul is the reason the Pantir heir was assassinated. And House Ulgo is merely a puppet of House Rist.
Lies! All lies!
There are holographic recordings, documents. You can't argue with hard evidence.
We trusted you! How dare you! You will meet our armies on the field of battle!
Please, everyone. There must be another way besides war.
Calm down. My brother's murder went unsolved for 20 years, and you expect me to sit across from his murderer and stay calm?
Just keep quiet, Jedi. I do this for the good of the galaxy.
Master Sidoni, you have a sickness that's altering your mind.
I have suppressed my illness, overcome it through reason. I am thinking, as I always have, in strategy, in variables and outcomes. I have calculated the future, and for the galaxy to have peace, there must be war on Alderaan. I will not be shaken from this course.
I'm sorry, Master Sidoni, but I can't let that happen.
You are too late. All the pieces are already in place.
You're a fouler liar than House Rist. House Rist takes exception to that characterization. Murderer.
That was 30 years ago.
We had an alliance!
House Organa has heard enough. It's clear to us that there can be no other course but war.
Master Sidoni set you up for this. She would see you all destroyed.
This child is barely more than a Padawan. Disregard him.
Master Sidoni is the only one telling any truth at this summit. Don't insult her integrity.
You would defend her, Organa. You've always been a little too friendly with the Republic.
At least they didn't murder the heir to the throne.
We didn't murder anyone. Rist did.
Yes, Rist put that usurper on the throne, but you ordered the hit.
Usurper? Our reign is as legitimate as any other.
How can you judge each other when you've all committed the same crimes?
Easy for you to say, Jedi. You don't have any stake in any of this.
These accusations go back 30 years! 30 years of betrayal and treachery!
30 more if you go to war. Don't you want to leave your children something better?
The Jedi has a point. Why do we have to keep doing this? All it brings is more bloodshed.
No, there must be war on Alderaan. The darkness is coming, and I must stop it.
Master Sidoni? Listen to her! She wants war!
Fight the illness, Master Sidoni. Come back to the light.
Jedi, if you will not agree to be silent, then I will silence you myself. The darkness is coming, Jedi. War must rage on Alderaan for 50 years, and only then can we put an end to the darkness. But you haven't won yet. Once you're out of the way, I'll make them see.
Allow us. That's quite enough of that.
No, I won't fail. Not again. I'm so sorry, Parkanis. I failed you. I tried to keep the darkness from coming, but I failed.
You're not the first person to mention Parkanis.
It's my fault Parkanis died. Malachor III. I miscalculated. He had to be left behind. He died because of me. Vivicar! My head! Please, I can't block out his voice any longer. You must kill me to silence him.
I won't kill you, but you don't need to hear his voice again either.
Jedi. What? How did you... I don't understand. My mind is clear again. And you're... weak. Will you be all right? What did you do?
It's a shielding ritual. It should keep Lord Vivicar's voice out of your head for a while.
Thank you, Jedi. I only hope the sacrifice wasn't too great. For a while, I thought I was able to block Lord Vivicar's voice from my mind. If you hadn't been there with your calm sense, I don't know what would have happened.
Master Seal will be wondering how you are.
I will contact the Jedi Council. I'm sure they'll want a full explanation.
I think I can safely speak for all present when I say that the Summit applauds your efforts.
Indeed. But I have to say, Jedi, I'm at a loss as to how to proceed from here.
Let there be a truce, and let the Summit reconvene at a later date to work on a formal peace agreement.
The Summit will reconvene at a later date to discuss the details of a peace agreement. Thank you again, Jedi.
Jedi, I hear the Summit has agreed to continue peace talks.
Thankfully, the delegates saw reason.
Thankfully indeed. We all owe a debt of thanks to you and Master Sidoni. My only regret is there's no talk of removing House Olgo's noble status and lands once the war is over.
I didn't want to risk undoing the peace by inciting another conflict.
That was probably the wisest course. I just can't feel safe as long as Olgo commands an army. But what am I saying? House Tyral is far safer now with peace in view and Organa as an ally than we ever were. And I have you to thank.
You are most welcome.
You've done House Tyral an invaluable service. I hope you will come visit us again.
Master Sidoni just checked in. She seems well, but very frustrated with herself. She reports that you were able to prevent war from breaking out on Alderaan, however. You've once again done very good work in a tense situation, Jedi.
I did my best, given the situation.
The Council has come to expect nothing less of you. Tell me, did you learn anything new about the Plague Master, Lord Vivicar?
I wish I could say I had.
I see. Master Sidoni was the last of the Lost Masters, and yet Vivicar still eludes us. Return to us here on Tython immediately, and we will discuss what you have learned. Lord Vivicar cannot remain hidden forever.
You summoned me, Master Seo.
Welcome home. I wish we could greet you with better news.
Despite using every avenue available to us, we are no closer to finding Lord Vivicar.
Actually, I believe we are. A common thread binds all the plague victims. The loss of Parkanis Tark at Malachor III. Vivicar's influence forced the sick masters to relive their failures on Malachor. This is revenge. Personal revenge. Only one man would have that much anger and pain. The man who was left behind. I believe Lord Vivicar is Parkanis Tark.
Jedi, Parkanis is dead.
Far from it, Jarek.
Yuan? I told those Padawans to keep an eye on you. You must rest.
No. My pupil, my fellow Jedi, deserves to hear the truth about Malachor.
You're ill, Master Yuan. Don't speak more than you have to.
Malachor III isn't just strong in the dark side. The planet is the resting place of the Sith Lord, Terak Moraj. Our work on Malachor woke Moraj's spirit. One by one we fell under his power. The things we did still haunt me.
The Noeticons on Coruscant said that Terak Moraj originally created the plague.
Then I've been punished appropriately. We paid a terrible price to break free of him. Parkanis was the youngest and weakest. We had to abandon him to Malachor's darkness. His sacrifice allowed the rest of us to escape, but it seems he survived and has taken Moraj's dark path.
You couldn't have predicted this.
I must make amends. I have a plan to help you find Vivicar. If the plague created a link between my mind and his, your shielding ability may allow me to use that link to find him.
No. You're already weak from the plague, Yuan. This could kill you.
Vivicar won't get the chance. I'll be between him and my master.
It's our best chance to find Vivicar.
Rather intrepid, isn't she? It's quite fetching.
Very well, Yuan. But we will monitor the ritual, and your former Padawan must stay at your side.
Thank you, Seo. I will go to the meditation chamber to prepare. Please meet me there when you're ready. Thank you for coming. I have made all the preparations for the ritual to find Lord Vivicar. I plan to create a connection between us, using your shielding ability. If it was Parkanis, this should work. Drawing on your strength, I will invert the link between myself and Vivicar, and use it to sense his location.
Don't expose yourself to Lord Vivicar's influence longer than necessary.
I won't, for your sake as well as mine. There are risks. For one, the shielding you gave me on Coruscant will be severed. I don't know what will happen then. It's possible I could die once your shield is gone.
You must resist, Master Yuan. Don't give Vivicar another victory.
With your strength to sustain me, we will do what we can. No matter what happens, you must give me as much time as possible. Reversing the link may be a long process. Let us begin. Yes, it's working. I can feel his mind, and I can feel
She can feel the power that she's challenging. There is no hope. Jedi, you don't look as strong as you did last time we spoke. Yuan has drained your strength and made herself vulnerable to me. Still arrogant and reckless.
You were once Parkanis Tark, a brave Jedi. You could be that man again.
The past means nothing. All that matters is the future, which doesn't involve you. See how Yuan's will crumbles before mine. Fitting that two of my enemies will destroy each other.
That's quite enough of that.
It worked. Listen, Lord Vivicar, he's out in deep space on some sort of vessel. Here, take the coordinates. He's surrounded himself with defenses. Send this. It's his code. It will give you time to get aboard. No, the darkness. Vivicar's will is too strong. I can't hold on. Please kill me. End it now.
There's a better way, Master.
Ah, the darkness. It's gone. But you look exhausted. You have sacrificed so much for me.
Hopefully, Vivicar should no longer be able to influence you.
Your shielding ability has driven him from my mind. Thank you. I must rest. Please, go to Master Sio and the Council. They should hear of what we've learned.
The ritual was a success. Lord Vivicar is out in uncharted space, but he knows I'm coming.
Now only your shielding talent can stop him.
You've shown great fortitude and saved your master despite the odds. But Lord Vivicar will have made preparations, and he still has his greatest weapon, the Plague.
Now that I know who he really is, I could return Vivicar to the light.
A noble thought, but don't take unnecessary risks. Your shielding ability is our only hope. Go to the coordinates quickly, before Vivicar strikes back. And Jedi, may the Force be with you.
I wasn't sure if you'd be foolish enough to come aboard, Jedi. But I can sense your presence.
And I sense a man tormented by the past.
You are blinded by the light side. You can't understand what you face. Come to me, Jedi. I'll show you how light can be snuffed out.
programmed. That's quite enough of that. Just isn't your day. Heard of us. Quite enough of that. Let's settle this.
Tell me, Jedi, what was it like, letting your life force drain away to shield a stranger from me? How did it feel?
It hurt, but I endured it.
Pain makes us stronger, and the pain I have endured is beyond your comprehension. That is why I have won.
Really? Because I'm almost positive I'm still alive.
If you need me to remind you of that, honey, just ask.
You will understand soon, if you live that long.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. Just as I programmed. That's quite enough of that. that.
Your power and tactics have got you this far, Jedi, but no further. This battle was decided before you stepped aboard.
Lay down your lightsaber and I'll show you mercy.
Mercy is a weakness I have transcended. My plague isn't just a disease. It siphons power from its victims. With the proper rituals, that power can be channeled. Soon, the combined strength of your masters will make me the most powerful Force adept who has ever lived.
Turn away from this path, Parkanis. The Order can help you.
Parkanis Tark died long ago. Even Vivica is merely a skin to be shed. Parkanis offered himself to me on Malachor III to crush the Order that destroyed us. He embodied my spirit.
I am no lost Jedi, no ordinary Sith Lord. I am Draekkin Maal.
Help me stop this monster, Parkanis, or you'll just be another of his victims.
No one can oppose me. I am beyond flesh, beyond death.
I will crush you, Jedi, and your shattered body will fuel my rebirth!
Clearly you haven't heard of us. Trivia. Clearly you haven't heard of us.
Impressive, Jedi. You might even have triumphed, but my victory is already complete. My plague has spread farther than you can imagine. Jedi Masters across the galaxy are succumbing to it as I speak. plague binds these masters to me. Hundreds of them. The heart and soul of your order.
Free those masters, Morridge. Now.
And if I refuse, will you cut us down? Kill me, and you will kill every master I have ever infected. Everyone. Shielded or not, they are still bound to me. But what choice do you have? You cannot let me live, and I am deathless. Your shielding talent cannot harm me. You've lost.
No matter what, Parkanis will be freed from you, Morridge.
No! This body is mine! Damn you, Jedi! When my strength returns, no matter the years, I will destroy you!
I'm still alive. You spared me.
I have to admit, I'm a little puzzled on that score myself.
My mind is clearer now. But it was your duty to kill me and destroy Morridge.
Too many Jedi have been lost already, including Parkanis Tark.
Yes, Parkanis was lost. But perhaps he deserves another chance. I cannot return to the Order. But Tython has its hidden places, its forests. I could find peace there. I could go home. But first, Jedi, listen. Take this warning in exchange for my life. You can't trust the Order, or the Republic. You may be their hero now, but they will abandon you too. Remember that.
We felt it. A massive shift in the Force. The Masters you saved have reported a sudden improvement in their condition. The plague is over, thanks to you. And I sensed Parkanis Tark for the first time in many years. How can that be?
Lord Vivicar, Parkanis has been freed from darkness.
I wouldn't have dreamed it possible. Perhaps there is hope for him. We persuaded the Republic to divert a starship to your location, just in case. The crew can bring Vivicar back to us. Thank you for all you have done. The Jedi Order owes its survival to you. Please, return to us on Tython. We wish to thank you in person, and we have a special reward for you.
We've been awaiting your return. Please, step forward.
You have saved untold lives through your defeat of Lord Vivicar and the destruction of the plague.
There's a title reserved for the most prestigious among us, whose wisdom and skill safeguard the galaxy. It hasn't been bestowed in thousands of years.
But you have proved worthy. Now, the Council names you Barsan Thor, Warden of the Order.
How many Jedi have been named Barsan Thor?
In all our millennia of history, you will be the third to carry the title. And not a moment too soon. We have need of you. We have received word that the Republic is facing a new threat.
I stand ready for anything, Master.
We need time to prepare a war council. The Supreme Chancellor himself will be attending.
Take time to rest. And you should record your journey in the Jedi Archives. History must know of your actions. Return to us when you feel ready. For now, the entire Order will know there is a new Barsan Thor among us.
Nothing like a well-deserved reward, eh, Jedi? It's no luxury cruise to Corellia, but still. That's quite the title you have.
I feel like I should curtsy.
There's still plenty of work for us, and I need your help. Are you in?
Please, Jedi. Dr. Theron Cedrex never leaves a project unfinished. Well, without Vivicar's minions hounding us, the galaxy is vast and wide. Shall we?
Word of your amazing success has preceded you. Well done. But events are moving faster than we anticipated. The Council is calling an emergency conference with the Supreme Chancellor, and we need you to attend.
Whatever the order requires, I stand ready.
Excellent. I knew we could rely on you. The conference is being held on Tython at the temple. Come as soon as you can. There is also another matter we should talk of in person.
They need to talk? Trust me, Jedi, nothing good ever follows those words.
I trust the Council's judgment, Theron.
I'd hope not. But if such illustrious personages demand our presence, I suppose we shouldn't keep them waiting.
The Supreme Chancellor. This is so exciting. And no time to recompile my hair.
Welcome. Supreme Chancellor, allow me to present the only living Barsenthor of the Jedi Order.
The Council has told me of your exploits. Remarkable. You may be exactly the person I need.
What can I do for you, Chancellor?
You may not be aware that the Empire is not our only concern. The Republic itself is on the brink of collapse. Across the galaxy, many worlds are talking about secession. Even open rebellion against the Republic.
The Republic has survived intact for thousands of years. What has changed?
The threat of the Empire has strained us all. Dwindling resources, attacks, trade being lost. It's taken a toll. A small league of powerful planets and individuals has emerged, calling themselves the Rift Alliance.
This Rift Alliance claims to have lost all faith in the Republic. Those worlds are threatening to sever all ties, permanently.
But the Republic is badly weakened. The Rift Alliance controls critical resources, armies, trade centers. If they leave, the Republic will die.
If this Rift Alliance's worlds are still part of the Republic, then there's hope for reconciliation.
I want to assign a Jedi as my representative to the Rift Alliance. To prove the Republic takes their grievances seriously, this Jedi will be tasked with solving any problems the Rift Alliance may have, to restore its faith in the Republic's strength. When I asked the Council for candidates, yours was the first name they suggested.
What sort of problems would I be solving?
Whatever the Rift Alliance needs. Prove the Republic's worth to them.
Which brings us to the other matter I mentioned. We would, naturally, not assign anyone less than a Jedi Master to such a task.
But your patience, your compassion, and wisdom show that you merit the rank. Will you accept and become the Order's newest Jedi Master?
It's a great responsibility. I don't know if I'm prepared for this.
It is sensible to accept power reluctantly, but we know you are ready.
Kneel, and the Supreme Chancellor will bear witness.
We are one voice, one order, bound together by the Force.
Through his actions, this Jedi has proved worthy, before our order and the Force itself.
We grant you the rank of Jedi Master. Protect and guide the Republic, as the Force guides you.
Rise, and may the Force be with you.
Congratulations. It is a pleasure to welcome you as a fellow Master.
You've given me an example to live up to, Master Sile.
I've convinced several diplomats from the Rift Alliance to be guests aboard a Republic flagship, the Fortitude. Rendezvous with the Fortitude and meet with them. Quickly. You are now my best hope to keep the Republic in one piece.
I'll head to the Fortitude immediately.
And thank you. Perhaps the Republic will have a future, after all.
Hello? You're the Jedi they were sending, yes? I can't talk any louder. Someone might hear. I'm Nadia Grill. My father and the other senators. We were all invited here by the Chancellor. Then the ship was attacked, boarded by people calling themselves Sith.
Nadia, make sure no one can find you before we talk anymore.
I'm in an air vent on the command deck. I can't go too far from the bridge. The one in charge is called Eric's. He just cut his way through the crew. Then he ordered all the senators onto the bridge and locked it. My father's in there, but I can't get to him. I just hid.
Don't fret, Nadia. None of this is your fault.
Please, you have to save him. There's a console on one of the lower decks that can open the bridge. Here, I'll send you the location. Please hurry. I saw the Sith tampering with the engines. We might not have a lot of time.
Clearly you haven't heard of us. That's quite enough of that. never suspect the scientists.
Caution. Navigational computer illegally locked. Fail-safe systems have been disabled. Collision with Duralia's surface is imminent. Recommend immediate course change to avoid casualties.
Oh, wonderful. My genius is about to be snuffed out thanks to some Imperial grunt's ham-handed sabotage.
Get away from him. I'm warning you. I won't let you hurt him.
Nadia, don't!
You'll just end up shooting yourself, girl. Drop it, or your father and your Jedi friend here will die very, very slowly.
Your father's safe now. I won't let anyone else be harmed.
No, Jedi. My orders were no survivors, and it'll be a pleasure to obey. Your ambassadors will die, and this ship will be destroyed. Pitiful, like slaughtering Nexu cubs. But Lord Kyrus demands that your Rift Alliance suffer and fall.
Who is this Lord Kyrus?
A master I'm honored to serve. My lord might find the girl an appealing prize of war, once she's incapacitated. But the others must die. It is commanded. And you, Jedi, are in my way.
Allow us.
Nadia, don't you ever! What were you thinking? He might have killed you.
I'm sorry, Father. I couldn't just hide while you were in danger.
Charming, really.
We'll talk later, Nadia. The planet's looking dreadfully close, and I saw that Sith lock the navigational computer.
He seemed very intent on killing you all. Do you know why?
To destroy the Rift Alliance and hurt the Republic, I'd say.
That Sith also destroyed the life support and fire control systems, so I hope you have another ship for us to evacuate onto.
Please! I don't want to die!
Shush, Places. Jedi, could we overload one of the engines to change course? We'd likely hit Duralia's moon instead, but there'd be time to escape. Just.
Starship engines have fail-safes built in. There won't be time to overload it and evacuate everyone.
Obviously the Sith would have turned the fail-safes off when they locked our course.
Wait! We can't do that! If we crash the ship into the moon, it'll...
Tekalia srek grula boska.
I want to hear what she has to say. Go ahead, Nadia.
If the Fortitude crashes into Duralia's moon, it'll change the planet's tides. Whole cities might flood. But the Fortitude's thrusters still work. If we work together, maybe we could steer the ship into orbit instead. You need to take everyone to the controls right away. But we could save Duralia and the moon, and the ship could be salvaged.
Can't the thrusters be controlled from here?
We need to steer manually. The consoles are around the ship. I'll show you.
Which Jedi? Time's short. Either we steer the ship, or you'll need to crash it into the moon.
We'll each man one of the thrusters and get the Fortitude to safety.
I'll stay here and guide everyone. Even I can miss a planet.
It's all right, Dawn. Everyone, stay close to the Jedi until you find a console. Quick now.
We did it! The Fortitude's in a safe orbit over Duralia. Everyone's okay. We're all heading back to your starship. I'll meet you there.
Looks like we're safe, but what happens now?
As I understand it, we've been given a Jedi Master to address our every need, right?
My role is to take care of your problems and prove the Republic respects and values you.
Excellent, excellent. Shall I introduce everyone? First,
Representative Alani, who can introduce herself.
this is Abduan. He represents a planet rich in lightsaber crystals, you call them?
Hello. Ty Corden, Trade Secretary for Balmora. You're the Barsenthor, the Warden of the Jedi Order, right?
Being a Jedi is honor enough. Barsenthor is merely a ceremonial rank.
Next is Shuru. He's from a water planet called,
Punchimo. Banchone alipa isti patoga.
I'm Blasis. If you need any help from... Well, not that you need... Hello?
And I'm Senator Toba Skrell. My daughter and I are from Sarkai. We've only just joined the Republic.
But we were invited to join this Rift Alliance almost right away. Wasn't that nice?
I'd love to hear all about your planet and culture when we have time.
Ah, the Republic. Good at words, but nothing else. If you're really here to help us, prove it. What about Ty? His world's under Imperial occupation, and the Republic's utterly failed to liberate them. Twice.
Alani, there were good reasons for the Republic to pull out. Even I see that. Although, if you did help to free Balmora, Jedi, you'd certainly prove the Republic isn't a failure.
An Imperial occupation is reason enough to assist you.
Technically, Balmora's not a Republic world, just a Republic ally. But the Empire didn't care. Since the occupation, Balmora's government has been in exile, myself included, and our droid factories are under Imperial control. But if Balmora's liberated, I'll see we join the Republic and bring our droid armies with us.
The Republic would be honored to have you.
The Republic actually helping Balmora? That would be a start.
Now more than ever, we must stand together, and I will prove how much the Republic cares about you.
Fuipanyaga, Twipi, Taiboka Dunka Wonna Wanga.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
On a Jedi ship. I never dreamed I'd... I can't wait to see everything.